Hey there, King Staff. Just wanted to take a few minutes today and show you a new program that everybody has access to. It is a computer coding program, but I think it's very doable for students and for teachers. And hopefully it's not overwhelming. Hopefully it's just a resource for you to add into your tool belt that allows you to improve your instruction and engage your kids a little bit more. So we're going to start out by getting to the website. It's Tynker, Tynker. And when you go here, you're already going to have an account set up. I've created one, I think, for everybody. If you don't have one, if this doesn't work, just let me know and I'll investigate and make sure you've got an account. It may pop up and ask you to log in as your name if you're signed into Google Chrome. If that pops up, go ahead and click on that, log in as yourself, or you can click on this login button. And you're a teacher and log in with Google. I ask you to choose your account and then sign you right in. So if you have a classroom full of students that you see all day long, then you'll already have a class here. It created it for you when I imported the students. You can see that I have all of the kindergarten and first and second grade, all the students that I see. So kindergarten, first and second grade students have been working in this program already, and my students during wind time have a little bit as well. What I really wanted to show you were the options under courses. It's pretty simple to use. If you have kids that don't read yet, so kindergarten, first grade, definitely, that are just still learning to read, things like that, or just don't read at all, I would use these Icon Coding 10 course packs. So you just click on the picture. And these have to run on the iPads. So if you need some more of those, let me know. The kids have been working with me in Ocean Odyssey. They are loving it. They're having a great time. And so I wanted to be sure to share this with you. They don't have to be able to read. They just have to be able to understand the symbols. I think the next one that we'll probably do is the Wild Rumble with all of the safari animals. That one looks really fun. Anytime you get into these, if you're not a coder, if you're like, I have no idea what to do, this is beyond me, you can always click on answer keys for any course that you've given them. Find the puzzle, and it will show you exactly what it's supposed to look like. So it starts out really basic, where they're just putting the pictures of the fish together, 3 pieces of the fish, trying to get it from the top to the bottom. Then it moves into just left, right, up, down, trying to get the fish where he needs to be. Eventually goes into some things that are a little more complex, but the kids have had a great time. Kindergarten, first, and second have all been able to do this. Any course that you might pick, you can always look at the lessons. There is a plan. You can assign it to your class. It automatically grades it if that's something that you're interested in. And on the Overview tab, if you scroll down, I may have to pick a different one. No, here we go. The topics, it'll always tell you what they're working on. So even if you're doing math or literacy block, something like that, a lot of times there's repetition. We're talking about repetition of syllables, repetition of sounds, patterns, pattern recognition if you're trying to teach patterns, or a sequence of events, a sequence of steps. There's some things there that could be useful no matter what. If you just want a really cool activity, there's a birthday card, Valentine's Day card, Mother's Day card in the grading studio, an art studio, a music studio, and all of those teachers should have access as well. I'm happy to help you figure out how to use it if there's one that you want to implement. For my core classroom, it suggests that you work in Programming 1A, sort of get them a little bit of a background, then the Programming 101, and when they finish 5 lessons in Programming 101, then they're ready to go down and work in life science, English, math, social studies, and these other 2 sciences. So there are some lessons already aligned to some standards or to some different content. Math one for you. And it does tell you in the description, once they've completed at least 5 lessons of Programming 101 or the equivalent thereof, you can teach topics. And then there's always what you can always look through. What are they going to learn in this? So you don't have to go through and do it all yourself just to figure it out. I usually try to do that just so that I have a better understanding. Let's see. I can go to my lessons, see exactly what they're going to get. You can go to the lesson plan and you can play through it. Launch this on my screen and I can interact with this as a student. I can share this on my smartboard with me, or I can use class presentations. One second. So across the top I can see the overview. The overview again tells me what they're going to learn. I can see the individual lessons. I can get to my answer keys. So even if I don't know, I can go in and figure out what is it supposed to look like. And then if I've got guide students closer, maybe they're supposed to be getting. And there are class presentations. So if we're working on finding area, I can preview the presentation. And then this will help me give students some instructions before I just let them roam free on the side and try to figure things out and become frustrated. Sort of gives us our objective for the day, the blocks that they're going to be using. And these are all introduced in that Programming 1A or 101. And so what I like to do is sort of go through and talk through these blocks with the kids. Okay, what is it going to be asking you to do? Maybe take some notes, make an anchor chart, so that they've got something to look back at. Different things like that. And I want to show you one from social studies. Social studies one I thought was going to be really cool because there were dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, right? So there are other things besides just straight up math concepts or computer science concepts that students can learn. You're learning to build a slideshow on a topic, a quiz game. Well, in order to build the quiz game, in order to have that slideshow, there has to be some base knowledge. And so if you're trying to assess whether or not students have learned the facts, or if they can research to find the facts, this might be something good to look at because they've got to have some prior knowledge in order to create whatever the program is asking them to. And it's really cool because they get to narrate using their own voice, a few things like that. It's just a different approach. And of course, you've got your answer keys and your presentations to help guide you. If you get really into it, you can create your own projects. And under each week, there's, maybe it's in my classrooms, there are always free STEM activities. There's hour of code. So if you just want them to have an hour of code, do something really quick like that. There's also usually a weekly activity. Sometimes they last for 2 weeks. And you can either have them do it in the Tynker blocks or write in JavaScript. I always go with the blocks. It's usually if there's like a special holiday. So the spider spin would have to do with Halloween. There's always something interesting or new. And they try to make them pretty beginner minutes so that pretty much everybody can be successful with it. There's a teacher guide, a sample, a tutorial. It's just a lot of fun, and the kids really love it. If you have any questions, if you want to use this in your classroom, if you want me to come help you do a lesson on it, I would be happy to. This is something that we've paid for, and I just hope that someone other than me gets use out of it. Thanks. Please let me know if you have any questions and if I can help you implement this in your teaching.